So your sweat just might put you in the doghouse, and in this pandemic, you might be grateful for it. A Manatee County nonprofit is training dogs to sniff out COVID-19. SNN's Annette Gutierrez explains.
They have the third largest number of olfactory nerves of all the dogs.
Just outside of Mayaca City is a farm filled with beagles mixed with basset hounds, ready to work.
A beagle can smell in 5 seconds what it takes a lab or a shepherd to smell in a minute.
BioScent Canine Incorporated has trained beagles to detect cancer research and other diseases in the past. But now the beagles are training to detect COVID-19 in human sweat.
Dogs aren't actually detecting the virus itself. We feel like they're detecting the body's response to the virus.
COVID-19 training began in March last year. Founder Heather Junquiera says the samples come from gauze pads placed under the armpits of people with COVID.
It's a game of hide and seek. We will take samples and we will hide them in different canisters, and we use control samples as well.
The dogs are trained to alert and sit near the COVID sweat samples. She says it's similar to the dogs trained to smell drugs or bombs. The key is a large sample.
You know, when you're training on a biological odor, we don't know exactly what it is, and that's why we have to use such a large number of samples. The dogs have to learn to discriminate. They learn to pick out that common denominator.
Junquiera's partner Tommy Dickey is the co-author of a research paper they're working on.
Our findings in the paper that will be published shortly will indicate that they're about 95% effective, which is roughly equivalent to what the RT, PCR, and antigen tests that everybody is using.
Beagles, among other dogs, have a keen sense of smell.
Like a drop of perfume in a really, really, really large room, or maybe even in a stadium, a dog could pick up.
The goal is to use these dogs in large stadiums, airports, and in schools. Annette Gutierrez, SNN, the Suncoast News Network.
10 dogs are already fully trained. The company is preparing to launch its services for COVID sometime next week, and there are 64 dogs in training.